HRC demotes Fox from top workplace list following Fox News LGBTQ+ hate news. Fox was, until recently, listed as an HRC Top Workplace. Fox News coverage of the Don't Say Gay bill has changed that. They recently deducted 25 points from their 100% rating. HRC Press Secretary Aryn said in a statement, quote, "Fox News has a history of sharing misinformation and disinformation about the LGBTQ+ community. We know from our own research, which we put out earlier this week, what their disinformation and misinformation means for the LGBTQ+ community, perpetuating stigma and marginalization of transgender and non-binary people. At a time when transgender people, especially transgender children, are under attack in statehouses across the country, rhetoric has real consequences. We can no longer allow Fox Corporation to maintain its score if Fox News personalities and contributors continue to deny the existence of transgender people, minimize the violence of transgender individuals, minimize the violence that transgender individuals face, refer to parents of LGBTQ+ youth as perverts, or equate leaders of LGBTQ+ diversity and inclusion efforts with sex offenders. Each of these actions happened in the last 72 hours. Enough is enough." End quote.
Let's get something clear though. So Fox News is a part of Fox Corporation, right? So Fox Corporation is a whole huge organization.
Printing,
okay.
Movies,
Family Guy.
20th century.
Family
exactly.
Guy.
There's so many.
And so Fox News is just a small little part of it, right? And so for what Fox News does on a daily basis, they're basically taking 25 points off. I thought they were going to take 25 points off because they just hired Caitlyn Jenner. For that, I would just take off 100 points, to be completely honest.
Well, and that shows how clueless they are. They trotted out that old war horse. I mean, the thing is, she's long overdue to be sent to the glue factory. I mean, enough is enough.
You just call her a horse, Greg?
Wow.
No, and the thing is that they think that because they hire Caitlyn Jenner, they are doing fine by us. This is, I mean,
they know we don't like her either.
They're clueless.
She's not one of us. She can't sit at our table.
That's right. She doesn't even go here.
She doesn't even go here. Wow.
Real
mean girls tonight. All right.
The real thing, though, is that the HRC was very clear. In the last 72 hours, you have produced this much hate, and that's why. A division of your company in 72 hours has done this much hate. That's why we're doing it.
So they agree with Putin, basically.
Yeah. Well, and Russia is full-fledged. Please watch Fox News. You know you got a problem when Putin is doing that. But I'm forced to ask the question. We just did the story in terms of what Fox News and Governor DeSantis is saying about Disney. In Disney's what did Disney do wrong? As a corporate entity, they expressed their free speech on something that was happening legislatively in Florida. They have the constitutional right to do that. Why? Because Republicans were able to get before the Supreme Court that money was free speech. And that's why they changed everything in terms of the money process.
Right.
So now Disney's doing the exact same thing, and it's a terrible process. Depends on which side of the fence that you said, the hypocrisy of it. But it seems to me, why in that term of hypocrisy, why are we not via the HRC being hypocrites? Because we're saying we're going to punish the one of the best workplaces in the country because of the speech of one of the divisions of the workplace. Don't they have the right to say this?
Well, wasn't that also the issue with the number of LGBTQ people working at Disney, and gay people were going to boycott Disney until Disney spoke up? So this is sort of the same thing. It just keeps happening over and over. And you know what? If you hurt us, we'll hurt back. And when you're nice to us, we'll be nice. That's just how it works.
They have the right to have their opinions, of course, Al, but they don't have the right to spew the misinformation that they constantly do on a daily basis. They don't. Okay, they are a news organization. They're supposed to give credible information, like we do.
Help me, I was going to say, the number of people that are lining up in Twitter right now saying, wait a minute, not queer news tonight. We have lots and lots of trolls.
We do.
My question is, many conservatives in America would say the exact same thing that we would say about Fox News. Please don't ever attack my best friend, Tucker Carlson, right?
Your boo.
It's my boo. Those are fighting words. And but many people would say the exact same thing in conservative circles about the Washington Post and the New York Times. How do you decide this is right speech and this is wrong speech? And isn't that what HRC is doing here? This is wrong.
This is hate speech and this is not hate speech.
That's
I think is where you come down on the line.
Right. When it comes down to it, if kids are killing themselves because of their speech that they're promoting, there are consequences. It's not just as, we're saying that, the Tucker Carlson is just, promoting certain hotels. No, they're promoting hate. And that has to have consequences.
So at the table, our conclusion is the HRC was right to do this. And right to punish the workplace rating.
LGBTQ plus news is vital for our community and for the broader world as a whole. We have enough enemies at Fox News. Tucker, Sean, and Lara are loud. We need passionate allies. Happening Out Television Network, Queer News Tonight, and It's Happening Out are literally out of the closet and into the headlines. Our community needs your support. Like this broadcast and subscribe now to ensure the growth of the entire LGBT